Here we go. Authentic Star Trek adventure from former members of Telltale Games. Engage in diplomacy, pilot shuttlecraft, and use your tricorder and phaser to overcome challenging puzzles and deadly threats. Tough decisions will impact relationships, your story, and the fate of the galaxy. What will you do? This one came out 2 days ago, developed by Dramatic Labs, published by Bruner House. Download the demo for free or buy it like an idiot like I did for $20. Let's beam up, y'all. Okay. Took a minute to get both the capture card and the monitor going, but we got her. We got there. Oh, whoops, that's the brightness. Okay. There you go. Motion blur. Full screen, yep. Subtitles, yes. Accept. Is that all the settings? Yep. Good. Okay. Sounds good. Let's play. Empty slot. Oh, begin. This is the Dramatic Labs adventure. The race you're about to experience shape the choices you make. Okay. That's a Franker Face Z. It's an FFZ add-on thing for mods. Tivios.
Captain's log, stardate 57931.4. The crew is restless. After spending too many months piecing our ship back together, we're finally about to venture.
What was that stardate? We can look it up, see where it is in the timeline. No, don't give me AI. Oh, stardate, maybe stardate calculator would be good. Okay. Oh, type the stardate you want to convert. Okay. All right.
Captain's log, stardate 57931.4. The crew is ready.
Okay. December 6th, 2380. Okay. I think I want the stardate timeline. There we go. Okay, there we go. 57.9 would be right after Cupid's errant arrow. And before Time Amok. And that is, oh wait, what episode is what is that from? Captain Carol Freeman and Jack Ransom? What the shit? Oh, it's from Lower Decks. Oh, okay. Oh, so it's after Star Trek Nemesis. Now, was Star Trek Nemesis was that the final TNG movie? Yes, okay. So it's after Nemesis. Okay, good. I just want to know about whereabouts we are in the lexicon of Star Trek. Okay.
Restless. After spending too many months piecing our ship back together,
I like Tom Hardy in that. I liked it too, man. Fuck it. It was good to me.
And the crew isn't letting this unprecedented ion storm slow them down. They're ready for something different. I know I am. Perhaps more than any of them. Fortunately, nothing ever stays the same. It's entropy, the nature of the universe. Change is inevitable. And while entropy says order gives way to chaos, in this case, change is good.
I'm actually kind of excited for this.
The officer is en route to the Resolute.
I'm glad you guys voted for this. Thank you.
I know she'll bring a welcome dose of new blood to the crew.
I am more of a Trekkie than a Star Wars fan. That would be the truth. Not lately.
Thanks.
But Star Trek gives me a different feeling than Star Wars does.
I'm not great with flying. But these little shuttles are the worst.
Stick around in Starfleet and you'll be sure to see worse than this. I have.
And you're here to talk about it.
In the flesh.
That's good.
The crew is impacted by the things you say.
Sorry, I'm a little anxious.
I hadn't noticed.
I'm on my way to my first assignment. When we get to the starbase, I'm transferring on to the Resolute.
So am I.
It won't be easy for Jara to step in at the 11th hour like this. But if she's half the officer I knew she could become when she was a cadet at Starfleet Academy, she'll be the XO this ship needs right now.
So, the difference between Star Trek and Star Wars, I was thinking about it. For me, is Star Wars, when it's good, it makes me go, yeah! Star Trek, when it's good, makes me go, yeah.
A starbase on the very edge of Federation space. Long way from home now.
What about Spaceballs? Spaceballs make me go, yeah! Yeah. What about when it's bad? I think Star Wars, when it's bad, makes me go, yeah. And Star Trek, when it's bad, makes me go, yeah. Yeah?
Commander? I'm not usually such a nervous wreck, by the way. I actually did well at the Academy.
Oh yeah?
Maybe you've heard of the Torvalin test?
Sounds familiar.
It's a tactical simulator that makes the Kobayashi Maru look like a picnic on Pintaris 5. Anyway,
That's not the point of
I
the...
finished in the top 20.
Hold on. The point of the Kobayashi Maru is not to be difficult. The point of the Kobayashi Maru is to face captains with an unwinnable situation. To see how they react. It's not supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to gauge your reaction to the unwinnable.
Not just in my class. I mean, all time. In the history of the Academy. So, there's that.
Really? That's quite impressive.
Thank you. It was tough.
Kirk cheated. And while I respect that, Kirk cheated. And he cheated his reaction to an unwinnable fight. He has to come up against something unwinnable. And just because he hasn't yet, doesn't mean it's not valuable fucking information for him and everybody else he works with.
You know, I set my mind to it, and it paid off.
Please place your hand here. Hold it there for a few seconds.
And jiggle them. Put them on the glass, please. Put them on the glass. She has a ring on her index.
Welcome, Commander Rydek.
Wait, you're Jara Rydek? You absolutely crushed the Torvalin test. You finished in what, like the top 3?
That would be me.
Now I'm really... It's an honor to meet you, Commander. Sorry.
You're goddamn
didn't
right
realize
it is.
before. I just came off the shuttle and was glad to be on solid ground, so to speak.
When people say top 3, what they really mean is 3rd place. I'm not first, so there's always room for improvement.
I'll, keep working then.
I believe Commander Ermot is expecting you. He's in the concourse just ahead.
That's the problem with short sentences that answer longer sentences. It's like, I have an idea in my head of what she was going to say, and she didn't say that thing. So I feel like I fucked up.
Good day, Commander.
Hi. No, you go. No, you go. No, I'm going left. You go right. No, listen to me. Listen here. Ah, damn it. Wait a minute. I love her. Like, she has a trudge, dude. She walks like a Terminator.
If I remember my briefing, Commander Ermot is a Bolian, so I'm looking for someone with blue skin.
Commander Ermot? What the fuck? Do all Bolians look alike to you? But yes, I am Commander Ermot. I'm just fucking with you. We are also very, very high. We have a good sense of humor.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm just... Well, I'm not sure where my departure dock is. The Resolute's gonna leave without me.
Look here. The Resolute is leaving from this dock.
If Moron is here,
Right.
and we're right here.
To me. Thanks so much, Commander.
Oh God, what was I gonna say? Oh, do we know what? Because I haven't been up on Star Trek for quite a while. Do we know what her forehead ridges? Just this? Do we know what that is? What species that is? I'm not familiar with it. No, Bajoran is nose, man. Bajoran is the bridge of the nose. I would have known Bajoran. She also doesn't have the earrings.
You're going to the Resolute too?
No, the closest thing would be like, She's got like one of those like cards that say, I'm 1/16th Klingon.
It's a big deal.
Spent 6 months fixing it up.
Was it the captain's fault?
That's the rumor, yeah.
A Kobliad. Oh, it said Kobliad in the. Okay. Well, let's find out. Let's see, Kobliad. Star Trek. There we go. There it is. Okay. TV ability distinguished bone structure. Late 24th century Kobliad. We're near extinction. Okay. Federation was working to supply them with substance, but even despite new deposits opening up in the Gamma Quadrant after the discovery of the Bajoran wormhole, the substance remained too scarce to service their entire population. As a consequence, some Koblian had gone underground to get it. Okay. Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, we need them drugs.
Excuse me, have you seen a Bolian around here?
Yes, sir. Right back there, near the replicator.
Ah, there he is. Thank you.
Happy to help, Commander.
That's a human. They just painted green and put a bob wig on. Same with the fuchsia lady. What's going on here? Are they even trying?
Starbase 128 has 4 docks.
Oh. What are they having? Oh, replicated pastries? I love it. And a half a potato, I think.
I'll replicate myself a meal once I'm on board.
So what's your go-to replicator meal? Or replicator thing? Like tea, Earl Grey, hot? Like, what do you go up and order from the replicator?
Excuse me.
Hey, you hear the Resolute's getting a new first officer?
Someone from the crew got promoted?
No, get
Chicken.
this.
Tikka masala.
Different shit.
Wonder how the crew feel about that.
It makes them look desperate. Is their crew that bad?
Yeah.
Feline supplement 43. Prune juice, that's a warrior's drink. Hell yeah. You know, what was that Bajoran food that it was like real spicy? It was like their like traditional food. Hasperat, that's what it was. Hasperat. Nerds! You fucking nerds! That was a test, you nerds! Get out of here! You're too nerdy for this, even. No, Hasperat. That's exactly what I would order. Hasperat. I want to see what Hasperat tastes like, and maybe some gach. So, Hasperat, side of gach, wriggling, and alive, please.
Welcome to the edge of the galaxy, Commander Rydek. I'm Commander Jan Ermot, Operations Officer on the Resolute.
No, I don't think they can make gach. At least not live gach. They'd have to simulate it.
I hope there wasn't too much trouble getting here. This storm isn't making anything easy for us right now. I know conditions are less than ideal at the moment.
It was a bit bumpy, but otherwise okay.
My apologies. This storm is unlike anything I've seen before.
No, the only other Borean or whatever his name is, I can't remember.
You were able to come
Was
to our
the
first
barber
officer.
on one of the
Vacancy at
ships.
Short notice. From everything I've read and everything I've heard, we're lucky you were available to us. Coming from a premier starship and all. To our little research vessel.
What exactly have you heard about me?
First in your class at the Academy. Received the Starfleet Award
Bolian,
of Valor
thank you.
during the Dominion War. Most recently, Tactical Officer and Chief of Security on the USS Endeavor.
You've done your homework.
Like I said, we're very lucky.
Oh, the Enterprise D had the barber, the Bolian barber, Mott.
The USS Resolute. She may not look like much compared to the bigger ships, but as far as science vessels go, she can more than hold her own. And she doesn't look so bad considering 6 months ago she was nearly cracked in half, venting plasma, fighting for her life.
It was an accident?
The equipment malfunction. An accident suggests fault, but no one's to blame. It was a planned test, but the warp core was pushed beyond its limits. It destabilized the dilithium, there was a runaway reaction, and the warp bubble deformed. We thought we could reach a higher resonant frequency, but it was more than she could handle.
Oops.
Cost us our first officer in 20.
Good call on that. I agree.
At the end of the day, we're all responsible for each other. That's what it means to be a crew.
To have lost so many lives. That's a high price to pay.
Too high by any estimation. But there's nothing that can be done about it now except get back to work. And make sure it never happens again. Listen. I realize you've known Captain Solana for quite some time. And I'm sure you're ready to bring your best. But I should warn you that when the captain announced you would be the new first officer, there were those who felt it was a mistake, that he should have promoted from within. So you might want to tread lightly at first. Until they come to value your contributions as much as he does.
Thank you. Always good to have a sense for what you're walking into.
Why is it that Picard can simply say tea Earl Grey hot, but if Barclay asked replicator for a drink at a specified temperature in degrees, I think it's because Picard had I think they might have like profiles within the Star Trek computer system. So he specified once a long time ago, since he's been an officer, you know, he's been in Star Trek for so long. He specified once a long time ago, and then he doesn't have to specify again. Personal presets. Yeah, that kind of thing. That's all I can say. Like, that seems like a logical answer to me, but it could just be because Star Trek, because space magic. I don't know.
I just thought you ought to know.
I appreciate it.
Starfleet has assigned us a high-priority mission to the Hotari region. I'll let the captain brief you on board. I know he's eager to see you.
Will we be mission ready in time?
We have every intention. The crew has been working around the clock to get the ship ready. There's still so much to do.
And also, no one likes broccoli, including the computer. So I'm guessing the computer was like, fuck that guy. How hot do you want it, broccoli? Oh, you want it? Do you want to go to decimal places? Fucking guy. All my homies hate broccoli.
Stuck. I got just the thing.
Find the plasma torch. I'm gonna say it's this guy. Wait, now that's a cutter. That's a oh, it actually says when I mouse over it. Okay. Oh, it is. I was right. Look at that. Broccoli's a German meme for weed. Oh, it's not even just German. It's here too. There's a bunch of like TikTokers or whatever that talk about weed like that's their kind of MO, and they call it broccoli. In fact, Katie just got a book made by one of the broccoli TikTokers. That it's ostensibly a book about broccoli. Vaporize. Oh. Okay, so there's a little tiny bit of mini game to this. I like it. Not just choices. I did it. Oh, that's gonna be hot, son. He's gonna. Ah, shit! Ow, fuck!
And that.
Oh.
Is that.
Lock it in. You have beautiful eyes. Cat Run, thank you for the 13 months. I'm not saying it's a riveting gameplay, Chewy. I'm just saying, like, at least it's not just like pick A, B, or C. It has a little bit of like Wario game in there.
Fried.
Oh shit! It's a fucking Oh god! It's Jedzia Dex. It's a Trill. There you go, a Trill. Wait, no. Is the Trill the parasite or the Trill the host? Trill is not the host. Well, they give themselves up willingly, right? Okay, Trill, Symbiont, and Host. Okay. They work in conjunction. I'm just saying, like, the Trill can, if I'm not mistaken, the Trill Symbiont can connect with other species other than the leopard print species, right? Pretty sure.
Nice work, Carter.
Nothing to it, Neely.
Now we gotta know how old she is, because she could be hundreds of years
Boss
old.
wants us down in engineering, like now.
Because I always loved it when oh my god, I forgot the captain of the Voyager commander. When he called Dax old man. Cisco. I remembered it.
Come on.
Hey, Diaz, can you give us some help with the transporter?
What's the problem?
We need to test this cargo transporter. I've never been that great with the signal.
Oh, did I say
bar.
Voyager? I'm sorry, I meant DS9.
No problem.
Sorry. I just misspoke. I was so hip not to say captain of the DS9 because it's not a ship. So he's not captain of it. He eventually became captain in it, right? But you captain of a ship that you are captain of, but you're captain in a ship. Yeah. It's commanding officer. There you go. CO. Select waypoints, create a path through the ionic interference. Okay. The line connecting the points will lose stability if it passes through interference. The yellow bar indicates stability of your path. When full, you will succeed. Okay. Press R to aim and right trigger to select.
Carter Diaz.
I get you.
sweat.
Hurry up.
Oh, sweat.
Whoa, hey, buddy, get off the pad!
What are you saying? Oh! That fucking face was the best.
Time's wasting.
What'd I do? All right, I'm here. Jeez. So those spots go all the way down? The answer is yes. Yes, they do. Hashtag justice for Tuvix. He deserved to live.
Engineering.
I heard the new XO just arrived. Won't be long before we get underway. I just hope whatever Chovak called us down for, it's something good. I can never tell with him. I'd rather not end up degaussing plasma manifolds. Hanging upside down makes me queasy.
You and me working together, we can tackle anything he throws at us.
Your optimism is positively contagious. Looks like we got here before.
Lieutenant Commander Chovak.
We were just looking for you, Commander.
Petty Officers Ed Solar, Diaz.
Oh, great. This is going to be a real laugh.
You would be late. We are all hands on deck right now, which means if you are not at your post at the appointed time, I do not have someone to replace you.
If I walked into a Star Trek, like, if I walked into like a section, engineering, the bridge, anything like that, and I saw fucking Vulcan there, I would be so just pissed. Because god damn, what a fucking downer those guys are. Those fucking wet blankets. Ugh.
A point I have been forced to make to Petty Officer Etzelar on repeated occasions.
Well, Commander Chovak, isn't it true that if we were almost late, it categorically means that we were not late?
Logic!
That is correct, Mr. Diaz.
Logical!
If anything, Etzelar and I are following the schedule to the letter.
Yes, perhaps I should adjust the schedule accordingly.
So,
oh, he didn't like that?
Down here to check in before we go.
He didn't like being logicked? Fuck you.
Equip yourselves in EV suits to work on the exterior of the hull. I need you to tune the structural integrity field for optimal performance. The subspace distortions and ionic interference we are experiencing are preventing the proper calibration. But this ship must be ready to depart shortly, despite the storm. The precise nature of these disturbances are not fully understood. But many systems have been affected by the wide band of emissive activity.
Fuck him.
How concerned should we be about the storm? Are you worried?
Vulcans
do not worry. I knew he was going to say that.
The variables and take appropriate precautions to mitigate the risk. Right now, that entails making critical preparations, because long-range sensors show that these disturbances will be more severe at our destination, the Hotari system. You have your orders. Do not delay.
Yes,
Roger
Commander
that.
Chovak. All hands on deck.
Oh, what's that?
All hands on deck. That's what Chovak said. You know what that means? It means this ship isn't ready to go out, and the brass know it.
I just don't appreciate a species of people who actually have those emotions. It's canon that they have the emotions, they just suppress them. I don't care for that. Like, sure, suppress what you need to suppress, but like, don't become something different. Don't like monks who do like vows of silence. Like, no, I don't want them on my ship either.
So they're throwing every warm body at it. And they're going to leave on schedule. Consequences be damned.
It all comes down to us, Nelly. We're the ones who will get it ready.
I know what we can do. But this isn't just any old refit or any old relaunch.
Oh, whoa. Excuse me.
That's why I like Data.
A lot of new faces coming on board.
Data had no real emotions until he got the emotion chip. But he fucking tried. He wanted them.
That's for sure.
Give him a chance.
They seem all right.
Yeah.
Something that happened 6 months ago while they were off on another ship? Well, that's nothing to hold against them.
Android or Vulcan?
Right.
Android, no
I
question.
guess getting a little new blood on board doesn't hurt. Hold on.
But as far as we know, there are only two in existence that are like of that quality. And
Hey,
one's
Miranda.
great and one's not so great.
Miranda, you're here?
We thought you were staying on the Adirondack.
transfer came in at the last minute, so I figured I'd slum it on this bucket of bolts. Looks like you got her back together pretty nicely. I wasn't sure what to expect.
Hey.
Don't talk badly about one of the best ships in all of Starfleet.
Yeah.
We've rebuilt enough of her by now. She better be one of the best.
We'll see about that. But I am glad to be here. He still owes me a bottle of Saurian brandy. Don't think I forgot.
Positive.
Oh yeah, it's coming back to me now.
Maybe Carter can rustle up that bottle and we can give you a proper welcome.
Oh shit, McMortimer.
As soon as we wrap up this quick little spacewalk.
Okay, hold on. While we're preparing for that, let me grab this McMortimer new soundbite. Let me get that put in there. You got your channel points. Let's see. What are we leaving? What are we leaving behind? I think
Flames.
That's the newest one.
Flames on the side of my face.
And actually tear your fucking heart out. I'm gonna tear your fucking heart out. That's gotta go. Goodbye, tear your heart out. And in the place of that, we're going to put this. Okay.
And that's how you play the game.
Thank you, Philip J. Fry.
And that's how you play the game.
That's right. Hell yeah. Okay. Save that one for return. Well, I have it. It's they save all the sound bites that I put in. They save it in a file in the on my hard drive, so I never lose any of the sound bites that I've had before. I've got a library of like, God, it has to be fucking hundreds of them by now. Okay. All right. Put on board. That's how you play the game. All right, there we go.
And that's how you play the game.
Like Fry. Yes, like me. All right. Thank you, Chicken Lips, with the 33 months. And thank you once again to McMortimer for that soundbite. Let's rock and roll. Wrap up that little spacewalk. Helmets on.
Here, let me help you.
Thanks.
So what's the word? Are you back in the security rotation?
Yep. Still running with the usual suspects.
Whoa.
Good to go.
I love her.
See you on the other side.
Activating magnetic souls.
Oh shit, yeah, let's go! Woo! Blurb. Zoom. Zoom. I love this. Oh. Gotta hold it directly up.
That view never gets old.
It wouldn't.
Let's go.
This is pretty cool. Meanwhile, in the captain's quarters, the captain was making a captain's log in the bathroom. Sorry. Actually, commander's quarters.
Should be here
Not a
momentarily.
captain yet. Only 3 pips.
You'll have to forgive me, I don't know much about Kobleods. But my understanding is you need a steady supply of duridium to keep your cell structure stabilized.
Here it is!
Bad things start to happen. And we have plenty of duridium in sickbay, so there's no risk of running out.
Thank you.
We learned that before they told us.
Help yourself to whatever you like from the replicator.
You can't make Deridium in the replicator? I'm blue, daboo dee daboo die, daboo dee daboo die. All right, who left their gum out? Oh, those are just those chips that Data can shuffle around.
Can't wait to plot a course myself.
Jara Rydek.
Yo, Mustache, you're here!
Last time I saw you, it was graduation from the academy. You'd already secured one of the most prestigious assignments possible.
Wait, is that Invincible's dad?
Ambition to fuel 7 trips around the Necrid Expanse.
It's good to see you again, Captain.
I could not be happier to have you on the Resolute. My only regret is that we couldn't provide you with a
Omni-Man, there you go.
The arrival of a first officer to her new ship deserves a bit of fanfare.
Oh, I'm first officer.
But unfortunately, we've had our hands full.
Right, I forgot.
That would be totally unnecessary. I don't need any pomp and circumstance.
You've been here all of 5 minutes, and already you're trying to make
Well, thank you,
more
Gifted
efficient.
Bones.
I like it. As I'm sure you've heard, we've had a rough go of it these last 6 months. The ship suffered some damage, but not nearly as much as the crew.
You'll have to forgive me. I don't really know the details.
Starfleet has been kind enough to keep the story contained. Probably because they want to protect me. But I don't mind telling you. We were on the verge of a major scientific breakthrough. A quantum leap forward in warp core technology. 10,000 teradynes per second.
I want pictures of Klingon Man, and I want them on my desk for tomorrow's edition.
The ability to travel at a sustained rate of speed longer and faster than we ever dreamed. What would have been the crowning achievement of my career. Right there, within our grasp. Until it all went so horribly wrong. We pushed her too hard, and a warp core malfunction overloaded the system, creating a pressure gradient way beyond what the ship can handle.
Can you dumb it down even further for me, please?
We lost some of our best people. As captain, I have to take full responsibility.
Oh, did I watch Jupiter Ascending? Yes, I watched it last night, and I will talk about it tomorrow on Drop Frames. You can bet.
It was my decision to make, and I have to live with the consequences.
We all know the risks when we sign up. There are no guarantees. As much as we tell ourselves otherwise.
True.
I'm gonna watch it again tonight.
As captain, my job is to mitigate and manage the risks as much as possible. And that's where I failed. In my defense, I will say, I might have avoided the whole ordeal if my senior staff had been willing to trust me. There was a lot of pushback from my former XO, and I think that cost me his confidence. I don't want you to pull any punches. Certainly not on my account.
Wow.
But once we decide
Everybody in this game's
course
got
of
really
action,
cool looking eyes.
I need everyone to fully commit to the mission. Anything short of that just won't work. And that's when things start to go sideways.
Whether I agree or disagree, I can promise that I'll be honest to a fault.
Good. That's exactly what I'm looking for.
Oh, why am I watching it again? Because I was eating dinner at the time, and I didn't have my notebook handy, and I want to document my emotional and mental state during watching it more elaborately with lots of details. It's for you though. It's I wouldn't do it if it wasn't for content. But there's content there and I'm gonna mine it for all it's got.
But at the end of the day, it has to be my call. Look, I'll be blunt. We can't afford another mistake. Or at least, I can't. I feel like my career is hanging in the balance here. We need a win. Something to restore the crew's confidence.
I understand.
On a more positive note, Starfleet has tasked us with what they're calling a mission of the highest priority. Escorting a senior diplomat to Hotari space. Two previously peaceful and otherwise non-aggressive civilizations now find themselves on the brink of all-out war.
Yes, J Master, I want to give it the
it's a
Cats
peacekeeping
treatment.
mission.
Cats had a
I see it
similar
as a golden opportunity to not only prove what the Resolute and her crew are truly capable of, but also a mission for which we're uniquely qualified. This ionic storm. Our long-range sensors suggest it's several orders of magnitude stronger than anything on record. A total anomaly like nothing we've seen before. And you'll never guess where it leads.
Hotari.
Exactly. Very nearly in the precise location where we're headed. Where I imagine the interference will be exponentially greater. But the diplomat will brief us on the details at the rendezvous.
Who is the senior diplomat we're escorting?
That I don't know.
Oh, he's really close to that screen.
But I don't want to get ahead of myself. I expect we'll have some rough sledding when we arrive, so I need you to prepare the crew for the worst. There's just one more thing I want to clarify up front. The metric that for me will be the ultimate measure of your success.
What is it?
He wants to smell the ion storm.
Officer, you don't one day find yourself with a ship of your own, then I will consider it my personal failure. When that might happen is entirely up to you. But it goes without saying, you have my full support.
Thank you. But I feel like I still have so much to learn.
You'll have plenty of opportunity. And if you're willing to put in the work, I'll do everything in my power to help you along the way.
As long as you start growing a mustache now. Because if you're going to be captain, you're going to want a captain's mustache. And this baby, you might think it took a little bit of time. No, I have been grooming and constructing this lip warmer for the last 7 years.
Come, let me introduce you to the crew.
Okay. Only one alien?
Everyone, if I could have your attention for a
Or
moment.
non-human besides me?
Introduce Commander Jara Ryder.
Shit!
Our new first officer.
Who the fuck am I gonna eat with in 10 forward?
Some quick introductions. This is Lieutenant Hand.
Oh, there's a Bajoran, okay.
One of the best in the business.
One of?
Well, what he lacks in humility, he more than makes up for in ability.
A pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Likewise.
Next, we have Commander Westbrook, our Chief Science Officer. I've come to rely on his expert counsel on a regular basis.
Pleasure.
Commander Rydek, it is such an honor to meet you.
This is our Tactical Officer, Lieutenant Bedrosian, who's been looking forward to meeting you for about as long as I can remember.
I've been following your career for quite some time. And I look forward to learning as much as I can from you.
You've heard of me?
Well, I have to admit, one of the reasons I've followed your career is because you're part Kobliad, because of what you've overcome. Starfleet stands up for people who can't defend themselves, and you were one of those people once.
Man, you could open a fucking tuna can on this chick's chin. Man, like, look at that shit. Holy moly.
Since then, you've done so much to protect others who need it. I really admire that. So, you've been something of an inspiration to me. Not that I've done anything close to what you've done, but you definitely set a standard to strive for.
I don't know what to say. That's incredibly flattering, thank you.
I hope someday I can follow in your footsteps.
I'm sure you will.
And then, of course, you've already met Commander Ermont. Please, do everything you can to make Commander Rydek feel at home here. I'll be on the starbase. I have an urgent meeting with the starbase commander to get our authorization to get underway. If they drag their feet any longer, we won't make our rendezvous. The bridge is yours.
To be honest, if I could have a mustache like Sam Elliott, I would rock it, but instead I look like I lure kids into a white van with candy and puppies. Yeah. Yeah, there's a fine line with mustache growing between, like, you know, like Sam Elliott or Ron Swanson, like the Flanders push broom, to like a John Waters, like, I can't grow anything else, so I'll just grow this thin ass, like, stringy thing that makes me look like probably not a babysitter. Probably not a good candidate for babysitting.
Operations. Staffing, supplies. There's a lot to keep track of on a starship. Good thing we have Commander Ermont.
I heard small animals mustache.
Communications. Keeps us in contact internally and with other vessels.
That's a mustache that says, I can throw a football over them mountains. What do you think?
Tactical station. Hopefully a diplomatic mission won't require we use our weapons much. But if it comes to that, we'll be ready.
Mustaches are finally sent me in. I've been waiting my whole life for it. Yeah, mustache is becoming, you know, yeah, getting back in style. Some people are just like, fuck yeah. My dad grew a perfect highway patrol fucking push broom mustache, and he would be elated if he were still with us that mustaches are coming back.
Science station. The Resolute is a science vessel, primarily. Might explain Commander Westbrook's attitude.
And lipstick.
I'll have to speak with him later.
Commander! Is that official fucking Space Fleet Command issued lipstick you're wearing there, Commander? That looks like rose red. And you know we only allow nude beach on this ship. Come on. There it is. Okay.
The helm. The Resolute is a refitted Centaur class, meaning it's capable of quick maneuvers. Can't wait to see what she can do.
Oh shit, is it time to begin command? Have we looked at everything? Can I leave?
Turbolift could take me anywhere on the ship, but I'm right where I need to be.
Right in the command module of the command of the ship thing. And we're not out in space yet, so why is everybody manning their stations? We're not leaving without the captain.
Decks, full of crew that are now my responsibility.
To look busy. Yeah, that's a decent point. Even in Star Trek, you have to look busy. It's like, oh shit, Picard's coming. Look busy. Yes, the Heisenberg compensators. Oh yes, the refraction of the, god damn it, where's my Technobabble Bible? Shit! Rod, thank you for the raid. Welcome, all Rod Raiders.
Tactical holodias. Just like they've got on the Excelsior.
Commander, Chief Engineer Chovak needs to lower the structural integrity field. He's sent a crew out to recalibrate the emitters in response to the danger posed by the storm. We just need your go-ahead.
Permission granted.
Lowering structural integrity field, now.
Entering maintenance mode.
All right. So instead of engage, because that's Picard's, what do you say? What is your go-to, like, begin this operation? And you can't say begin this operation because I'm taking that as mine.
Condition blue.
Fuck it, we ball. Captain, awaiting your command. Fuck it, we ball.
The storm is getting worse.
Looks like they turned off the SIF.
Great. Let's get to that emitter.
Warp 9. Right in the butt.
Every time we're out here, I half expect to see her in pieces again.
She's still got some scars on her. It adds character.
When I joined Starfleet, all I wanted was a ride out of town. But this isn't exactly how I pictured it.
On the outside of the ship?
No. Sometimes it feels like we're just part of the machinery. More than that?
Course laid in, Captain.
I mean, Starfleet is noble and all.
Fuck it, let's go.
It's still a machine. A massive, massive machine.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, of course I do.
I was paying attention. What?
Starfleet's an open door. We just have to walk through it. You wanted to get away. I enlisted because I didn't want to wait years just to get out and see the galaxy. I wanted to go somewhere, see new worlds, look up at a sky no one's ever seen before. Just because I'm cranking a hyperspanner up in a Jeffries tube today doesn't mean that's all I'll do.
What did he just say? Was that his letter to Penthouse? So I cranked my hyperspanner up in her Jeffries tube. I never thought it would happen to me.
Acknowledged. You may proceed with the recalibration.
Beginning recalibration.
Are you making that noise? Yes, it's more spacey like that. Isn't it? It doesn't make a noise if you don't make it.
Looks good. That wasn't so hard.
Red alert! Shields up!
Commander Westbrook, right?
Oh.
Chief Science Officer.
Okay.
You remembered my name and my rank. Impressive.
Oh, you're gonna be the hard nut to crack, are you? Okay.
Yes, I'm the Chief Science Officer, and I have the dubious honor of being the most senior officer on this bridge. I know this ship inside and out. Better than just about anyone.
Well, I'm so glad you said that. Now I know exactly who to turn to when I have questions.
Questions are more Commander Ermont's territory. Captain Solano primarily relies on my knowledge and expertise when he needs answers. I'm curious, though.
Oh my God!
Half in your case is an odd choice for first officer, given your vulnerable condition and all.
Yeah. If that other chick's chin can open the tuna can, his jaw is the plate you serve it on.
But if, as an example, we found ourselves in a hostile situation, and you were suddenly incapacitated because you needed an infusion, what would happen then? You'd leave Captain Solano without an XO. Granted, that would be a worst-case scenario, but not outside the realm of possibility.
Captain Solano's familiar with my condition. I'm sure it factored into his decision. So I'd have to say it's not a problem.
But we should probably have a...
Yeah, it's like, yeah, her race has, or her species has, like space diabetes. Yeah, almost, yeah, they have to have regular injections of duridium or delirium, something.
Contingency plan just in case. Listen, can I be blunt, Commander?
I see no reason to stop now.
Commander Sutherland, your predecessor, was one of the best first officers in all of Starfleet. His record was impeccable and his reputation was without equal. I mean no disrespect, but the shoes you're stepping into are almost impossible to fill.
Wow, did you suck his dick too?
And he was one of my closest friends.
Yes, you did. Okay.
So I can only hope that you'll live up to expectations.
Hey, we just met. You might like me after you get to know me.
They say familiarity breeds contempt, but who knows? Seeing as Captain Solano is on the starbase...
Oh, neutral!
An update on this ion storm we're flying into. It's unusual, unlike anything I've ever seen. At the moment, I can't tell you if the Resolute will shrug it off or if we're putting ourselves at risk. However, if we learn more about its patterns, its nature, we can come up with a scientific countermeasure. Just a moment.
Uh-oh, what'd you do? Diaz, what'd you do? Richard!
Tracing its trajectory.
Starbase docking clamps are holding.
The storm's emissions are fluctuating, coming in waves. And if my projections are right, we're about to get hit by a wideband burst of ionic energy, like a tsunami.
I'm reading power abnormalities all over the ship.
Estimated time to impact, 2 minutes.
Okay.
Red alert.
Aye.
Just had to make sure.
Evacuating main gangway and retracting.
Putting sensor visualization on screen.
The fucking Borean's like, or Bolian's like, why's the alert gotta be red? How about a fucking blue alert up in here?
With the structural integrity field shut down, we can't take a direct hit.
Time to impact, 1 minute.
Shield systems are severely impacted. We have limited protection.
I need every available solution. What are our options?
We can weaken the impact of the storm with a deflector pulse.
There's a better way.
I'm sending all auxiliary power to the deflector dish.
Send the aux power to the shields. We can't reactivate the entire shield bubble, but it's a directional threat. So we can orient all we have towards the wave. You have to believe me.
We only get one shot at this. We can't afford to get it wrong.
That's right, which is why we need to send power to our shields.
Deflector pulse!
Commander Westbrook.
Shoot it!
Use the deflector dish.
Already working on it. Optimal timing displayed.
I'm gonna crack this nut!
Good. Send the pulse on my command.
Also, that's what they did,
Now.
That's what they did in the trailer, so I wanted to do something different.
This is it!
All hands, brace for impact.
Oh shit! You guys are fucked! Yeah, I'm aware there's a blue alert. I was making a dumb joke and I'm sorry I did. Because I'm playing Star Trek and the actuallys are out in force.
This radiation supercharged the plasma, forcing it to backflush through the system and creating a dangerous imbalance.
Blow out every primary system on the ship.
Just tell us where you need us.
I need you to traverse the hull to the access port to recalibrate the port nacelle plasma regulator.
Yo, what up, Dylan? Good to see you. Yep, still at the beginning.
We've reached
You're a bit of a trekker, aren't you? If I remember correctly, you're a bit of a trekker. I'm not heavy, but I'm a bit of a trekker.
Access point.
Okay.
Understood. Do you see the override for the level 1 failsafe circuits?
Love me some Janeway. You know, I'm gonna get a drink. I gotta think about that. I gotta reconsider our friendship. No, for real though. I just had to get a drink. I'm just kidding. Janeway's great. Janeway's great. No, Janeway is, as far as all the leaders of the Star Trek shows that I have watched, I think she's only second to Picard for me. But Picard, like knew his shit. He knew what he wanted. He was a little stern, but I don't mind that in the captain. Janeway was all of those things as well, just I jived better with Picard. That's all. But Cisco, if you want to like a fun, or like not a fun, a captain that will bring you home with stories, like shit, we almost died stories. That's Cisco. That's the one you want.
Affirmative.
Engage the override. It should allow us to stop the EPS flow to the warp engine without triggering an automatic core shutdown.
Okay. Oh, down. Was I supposed to put it up or down, sir? I don't remember.
Failsafe override engaged.
Are you sure? I am registering some crosstalk in the bypass circuit.
We need to route the signals so they don't interfere with each other.
You didn't like his acting? I didn't mind it. It was a little over the top, but I don't know. Star Trek is a little over the top kind of by nature. So it didn't really bother me all that much. I have not watched any Strange New Worlds, so I gotta get on that. I think it's because I don't have Paramount Plus, that's why. I never see it. Because it's the one streaming service, like, one of many, I'm sure, but like, if, you know, okay. Strange New Worlds, okay. I'm writing it down. Harder to ignore if it's on a piece of paper. Okay.
Diaz to Resolute. The failsafes are temporarily disabled. Moving on to the EPS regulator.
Heads up, Carter.
What is that?
One of the discharges coalesced.
It's coming right toward us.
Yeah, I watched the...
Disrupted with my phaser.
So, there was only 3 seasons of Picard, right? I think I watched all of those, and the last season was yes, it was dynamite. It was good. It was really good. Oh, okay.
We gotta climb up the pylon. Not that there's really an up, but, you know.
Yeah. You knew I was gonna say there's no up in space, didn't you? Oh man, I was ready. Oh. Sorry. Oh, won't even let me do it. We got womp rats clinging to the hull.
We're almost to the regulator.
Oh, I'm out of juice. Hold on. I gotta shake it. Gotta shake my phaser to get more juice in there.
We're at the regulator point. Opening the access panel.
No, you gotta, no, you gotta.
Halting the EPS flow.
If you're gonna get the phaser juice out, you gotta tap the side. You don't turn it upside down and shake it. You tap the side to get it out. Minoc, sorry.
EPS manifold adjusters reset to neutral. EPS lines to the port warp engine are back in balance. Almost done. Once I cycle the manifold nozzles, Chovak can...
Uh-oh! Oh my god! Our Lego Star Trek fucking space station is falling apart! I could have sworn I pressed down, dude. I had it held. I'm like, do I have to hold it?
Get down! DS to bridge. We just lost the docking clamp.
Because it wasn't exactly down. I was just a little bit to the left.
We've got a lot of debris coming down. Hull vibrations, too. We can't finish the EPS regulation in these conditions. Please advise.
We have to release the ship from that other docking clamp or the hull will be ripped apart.
There's a problem. The clamps
Another
supposed
one?
to disengage automatically in an emergency, but it's not working.
Not working.
What are our options?
The docking clamps are fitted with exploding bolts for an emergency release.
We've got crew out there. That'd be like setting off a bomb next to them.
Maybe there's another way.
Starbase is hailing us.
Well, don't keep it to yourself, dickhead!
Resolute, the remaining mooring arm is failing. You need to disengage from the starbase now. The damage to the station will be catastrophic.
We have crew outside and are looking for the
We have
safest
people
way to...
on this station. If that mooring arm breaks, we could lose dozens of crew.
Commander, hear me out. Reverse the polarity of the hull, which theoretically will repel the docking clamps.
Oh, drink! Drink. Or mark that on your bingo card. Reverse polarity, he said it.
Repel the engineering crew right off the hull into the storm.
This is Captain Solano. Put me on screen.
Go ahead. Captain, we have a situation.
Commander, what are you doing? Blow the bolts on the docking clamp.
The captain doesn't know the whole story.
I'm giving you an order. Jara?
Captain, you brought me here because you trusted me. Can you trust me now?
You better be sure you make the right decision.
You're goddamn right I will!
The captain made himself quite clear.
They're gonna get hammered with debris out there. Reverse the polarity.
There is protocol.
And there are lives.
What is the holdup?
I'm thinking. Give me about a bar's worth of yellow to think about this, okay? This is not an easy decision.
Zeke.
Okay.
Starbase, stand by. We're gonna flip hull polarity to disengage the clamps.
Yes, Commander.
Of course the Vulcan. Okay, why do they even put the fucking Vulcan on there? His response should always just be neutral. If he doesn't have any fucking emotions.
Repair crew, this is Acting Captain Jara Rydek. Be advised, we are going to reverse hull polarity to free us from the remaining docking clamp. Tether yourself and deactivate your boots on my mark.
Understood.
All right,
8,
left stick down.
7, 6,
right trigger.
4.
Oh, right trigger.
3.
Wait.
2.
Wait.
1. Mark.
Ah! It's tied to my penis. Oh, it's wrapped around my penis. Ah! That happened.
Grab my hand.
I will grab it.
I got you.
Thank you.
Three, 2, 1. Mark. Oh, hi, Mark.
Plasma imbalance is reaching critical condition. We are moments from primary system
So
failure.
stupid. It made me laugh. I'm pushing you up. I'm right triggering you hard. Hard. Oh, left stick in there, get it. You gotta stay in there. Thank you, not Jetsia.
Look out!
Oh, fucking clocked her one.
I got you. Petty Officer Edselar's hurt and unconscious. I'm gonna have to tow her back to the airlock.
Mr. Diaz, the situation has changed. You are at risk of triggering a substantial electromagnetic arc if you approach the main hull the way you came.
Okay.
But Commander, the way we came is the nearest airlock.
There is an auxiliary hatch near you on the far end of the pylon. You must bring Miss Edselar there to access the interior.
Okay, we're going.
Roger that. Going there now.
Oh!
I'm at the auxiliary hatch.
Hey, who turned out the lights? Hey, who turned out the lights? Diaz, why do you have two shadows?
You go first.
What?
Let me save your neck this time.
Don't gotta tell me twice!
Get in there.
Yep, you come right after though, right?
You better be right behind me.
This is no time to argue. Oh, oh shit, oh no! Oh, she dead! Oh, she dead, no! Or she becomes one of the Fantastic Four. Rip, bozo!
We're in.
They're safe. Bringing the SIF fully online.
Do it.
That's what my dad called syphilis. The Sif. All right, well, your papa's got the Sif again. I love that font. The price of duty. I said duty.
Carter.
I'm okay. I'm okay. But that's a lot.
Here, let me help you.
Oh shit, I was just kidding. She looks fully like that now. Hey, who turned out the lights? Do we want to do it? She might be all like Freddy Krueger under there, man. Maybe we leave the helmet on. Maybe we take her to the hologram, the Dr. Hologram.
Medical. We've got one wounded at my location. Millie.
Oh, man.
We'll see you at sickbay.
No, I'm not sick. I'm just a fan of Mike Tyson. I just wanted to look like him. What up, my dude? Thank you for the 11 months.
The repair crew made it inside. EPS flow is back to nominal levels. The SIF is back up.
How does this affect mission readiness, Mr. Ermot?
Releasing the docking clamps using hull polarity minimized damage to the Resolute. We'll have some last-minute repairs to make, but if we reapportion some of the staff, we can make our departure on time. As of now, however, we are successfully moored to the station.
Good to hear. Send updates to my ready room. Commander Rydek, with me.
And bring your mustache brush. The little one.
You disobeyed my orders.
Did I?
Well?
Respectfully, Captain, I made the right choice given the
You
information I had.
disobeyed my orders! And not just in front of the bridge crew, but the Starbase staff as well. That's going to get around. My name's already tarnished around the fleet. But what is it going to do to my credibility on this ship? From the top to the bottom. Bridge to lower decks.
Let's try and reason with him. That'll go well.
Captain, I told you I'd be honest, so here it is. Maybe I shouldn't have disobeyed a direct order, but you were wrong. You weren't on board, and you didn't have all the information. So I made the right decision for the ship. If you're worried about your credibility, put your ego aside and trust your crew. Trust me.
You might have won some fans on the bridge with that stunt, but not everyone.
Not me.
Commander Chovak is already...
If I haven't made that clear.
I'm sure he doesn't take it personally. He'll get over it in time.
Mr. Chovak is more complicated than he would want to admit. I guess we all are.
You're a loose cannon. I want your phaser and your comm badge on my desk right now, goddammit. You're on paid leave.
And if I'm being honest, I'm not sure what I would...
Well, not paid leave because there's no money in Star Trek. But you're on leave. Just view it like this is a punishment.
...have done in the moment either. You never really know if you weren't in those shoes. So, let's just boil it down to you did what you had to. That'll have to be good enough for me.
Thank you for understanding, sir. I'm sure no one knows the burden of command as well as you do.
I'm sure you will, someday.
Oh, so we're friends?
Despite it all, we got our final Starfleet clearance to depart.
Friends!
So if you'll fetch Mr. Ermot, we'll knock out the final details of any outstanding repairs, and then we'll set out for Hotari.
Yes, sir.
God, I know this is Indie Saturday, but I want to keep playing this game. I am a Trekkie. I'm a Trekkie.
All departments reporting full mission readiness. We've got our full complement on board.
This is my favorite moment, right now.
The start of a new mission is always full of possibility.
The Orion Syndicate could sell it as a drug.
Don't let the Admiralty hear you say that.
Captain on the bridge.
Sit. Sit, everyone. You all know, I'm not big on speeches. We're embarking on the first mission since our refit. Let's make it a good one.
Okay.
Disengage docking clamps.
Docking clamps released.
Let's take her out.
Go ahead, Mr. Handar.
Fuck it, we ball. Is that what it was? Yeah, the ship looks like it doesn't have a neck. It's just like a head on a pair of legs.
Set a course for the Hotari system. Prepare to go to Warp 8.
Aye, Captain.
You know what? You take this one.
Oh, do I get a pick? Do I get to pick what I say? Engage, do it, or make way. Well, it's not going to be engage. That's Picard's. Just do it. You think, do it. Do it. All right. Do it is. All right, let's see.
Helm. Do it.
Oh, man. That is not as good. They could have picked some better ones.
Nicely done.
I mean, there's like 50 better ones than just do it. Like, you could say, like, commence, let's go. Giddy up, something, fucking do it? Are you kidding? Good Lord.
Whoa, careful.
Thank you. I'm fine. Really,
Oh.
You don't look fine.
Someone needs her druggy drugs. Take her out. Let me smash.
I have to get to sickbay.
Go.
Jam it in the ass. I'm sorry. What did you just say, Commander? I'm testing new things out. I'm trying new things. I want there to be a thing that's my thing. Oh shit, she's got to go all the way to Mount Doom. Oh fuck. The fucking ring, no.
That was quite a scare. A few minutes more and it would have been one of the shortest tenures on record for a first officer.
Is that the engineer that was out on the hull?
That storm did a real number on her, but she'll live. Just needs rest. You should worry about yourself.
Wait, is that the blind chick from
Iridium
Deadpool?
levels got dangerously low and destabilized your cell structure.
It smells like old lady pants in here.
Memorable first days I can think of.
Why does the sick bay smell like old lady pants?
Chief medical officer. To be honest, I've never met a Kobliad before. You're
rare. I know.
I was going to say special. Your people's numbers have dwindled, despite the Federation's efforts to find a more readily available alternative to the Duridium you need to survive. Yet you joined Starfleet and managed to thrive. I imagine the responsibility must be overwhelming.
She's Mr. Weedos. She's not a drug addict. She's a a space diabetic. She has to have this really rare thing called duridium in order to keep herself alive. So basically, yeah, she has space diabetes.
Maybe even a burden at times.
It does make me unique, but it's not a burden at all. I'm honored to be Kobliad, to represent my people.
As you should be. And don't worry, I won't treat you like a science experiment. I just do the science and leave the experiments to Solano.
You don't agree with his methods?
I don't agree with his definition of acceptable risks. Not when the lives of your crew are at stake. My professional opinion is that the accident took a toll. More than he's willing to admit.
Hey, you want to get high? I got some Ketracel White with me, baby. It's pure 94% tested.
Which is never a good headspace when the lives of your crew are at stake. What concerns me is that now he's even further away from the thing he's been chasing his entire career. Breakthrough discovery. The major innovation. Something he can put his name on. But the more the time passes and the further out of reach it gets, the more risk he'll be willing to take. People become blinded by their own ambition. I've seen it happen before.
We all have to chase our dreams, don't we? We need to take some risks. Isn't that why we joined Starfleet?
But not at the expense of other people.
She hates it. She hates it.
It's too high a price to pay. And I have to give you credit for what happened on the bridge.
She's neutral on that.
It took guts to defy a direct order.
All right.
Huh. I guess word travels fast around here.
It's a small ship. And everyone's curious about the new XO. Fortunately, your cell structure's almost completely stabilized. And I'll spare us both the lecture, but I do feel it's my responsibility to remind you, without regular infusions of duridium, you will not live. It's as simple as that.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
Understood.
You're gonna tell someone with diabetes you need regular insulin or you're gonna die? I think they know. I think she's all right. I think she knows that.
Sorry, I didn't mean to be lurking outside of sickbay. I didn't want to intrude, so it felt more appropriate to wait out here.
Commander Jawline, what are you doing? Are you following me?
Say I was. I wasn't sure what was happening at first, but then I realized it was your condition.
You sure you didn't come here to gloat? Remind me that you saw this coming the moment I stepped on board.
Make no mistake, I like being right, and I won't be quiet about it when I am. But it...
Gotta give him credit for that, though. At least he says it.
Through that. So I guess I was wrong. And a bit of a jerk.
Little... Yeah.
You trusted my intuition earlier, with the deflector pulse. I felt I should thank you for that.
Well, thank you for coming. Even though you didn't have to.
I wanted to.
Complete the diagnostic sequence, and this shuttle will be cleared for service.
Yes, sir.
The storm in the Hotari region will interfere with our transporters.
All right, put little dot on bigger dot. Check.
Excuse me, Commander Trovok.
Petty Officer Maris.
Eyebrow!
Leave you to your work.
Eyebrowed him! She got the eyebrow!
I stopped by sickbay and saw Nilly. I figured you'd want to know.
Did the doc get her fixed up?
She's stable. But there's something about the storm's radiation that's making it hard to heal the energy burns.
That doesn't sound good.
She's toughing it out. Dr. Duvall said she'll be back on duty soon, though.
Come on. I have to run the final diagnostic.
Yeah, let's move inside the shuttle where it's quieter. God damn.
I can't stay long. I've got a long to-do list before we get to Hotari, and things are piling on faster than I can check them off.
Unfortunately, I have the audio I mean, except for I have the master volume is cranked, dialogue volume is cranked. I have the music and sound effects volume down a little bit because they get a little overwhelming. But I have it like it's at full mast on my Go XLR and on the PC. Like I guess I need to get like a volume booster, like in between the PC and the mixer, because it is as full fucking volume.
We're making all our last-minute checks in security, too. Tactical and security are short-staffed.
We'll just have to take things as they come. Control what we can, and roll with the punches.
Next thing you're gonna tell me you're listening to Andorian jazz.
No.
The point is, the right time might never come. So, I'm just gonna roll with it. I had a chance to think about this while I was away. Then you and Millie almost got killed out on the hall. And I thought it was important that I just come out and tell you. Instead of tiptoeing around it. Or worse.
Now, this is just a guess, but you like me. Is that what this is?
How'd you know?
I don't know!
Pretty obvious. Which is funny because it kind of came out of nowhere for me at first.
Well, you know, I was hoping.
I guess that makes this a little easier to say. We've been really good friends for a long time. I want to see if there's more between us than just being friends.
Yeah! You have the face of a fucking, one of those fucking hand puppets. Like one of those creepy, like, Goosebumps hand puppets. You got that face, and I'm into it. I'm into it.
Carter?
You don't have to explain it. I feel the same way. There is something between us.
So, do you want to find out what that something is? If it's there for you, and it's there for me, why not give it a try?
We don't have to put too much pressure on it. Let's just see where this goes.
I like that. Definitely felt some
Oh, I got him that time.
to see you.
Green! We're gonna get some fire crotch!
I'd call it a chemistry experiment. You know, with us.
I'm just really glad that you said something.
I've seen how
You friend-zoned her, Dylan?
For you to make the first move.
Man.
I'm glad to.
Maybe I should have waited and saw if the Trill was gonna be a love interest, because I would have much rather that, but I can't like risk it. If I always take the first opportunity to get laid in any game that I play, and if the Trill didn't feel the same way, I'm out here with nothing. My dick's all dry. I'm not getting nothing. So take the sure thing or take a chance. Sure thing. I'm going with the sure thing.
So whatever happens next is great with me.
Level 1 diagnostic complete.
I have to get back to that to-do list. They're probably looking for me.
Can't blame them.
And maybe with her marionette face, like, I can be the one with my hand up her ass.
They see you.
Oh, hey, Dan's Gaming rated. Isn't that nice? Right when I said that. Welcome to the channel, everybody.
Approaching the rendezvous point outside Atari space.
Helm, bring us out of warp.
Dropping to impulse.
All right, I expect you to all be on your best behavior. Starfleet regulations are in order here. Everybody's looking for something.
Welcome.
Shield integrity holding.
We can take it.
We are at the correct coordinates to meet the shuttle.
Commander Rydek, find us our diplomat, if you will.
I've regretted the day
Aye, Captain.
ever
Let's
since
reduce
that I
the
gave my
noise.
mods
Filter out environmental signals. I can manually tune what's
power to make my alerts for me.
Federation signal types.
Woo!
I've located the shuttle.
Opening comms.
On screen.
Did you played it, Dan? I'm
Shuttle to Resolute.
like, okay, it's Indie Saturday and normally we play a bunch of different games, but we got to this game and I'm like, I don't want to stop playing this one to go on to the next one. So like, I'm just playing it as long as I feel good about it, I guess, because I'm a big Star Trek. Not like I was talking or anything, you know. Yeah.
Star cum bubbles.
Good Lord. Anyways, what I was saying was that I'm going to keep playing this because I'm enjoying it, and it's hitting all the right TNG, Star Trek, Deep Space Nine notes for me. So.
Shuttle to Resolute. Debris field. Lost maneuvering. Losing.
I can't get it any clearer.
Oh, and by the way,
we get a transporter lock. It's just not happening.
We found out the star date is after
directly into the docking.
Nemesis, after the last TNG movie. So if you want to know where in the timeline it is, it's after that.
Diaz, you good to run the tractor emitter?
Yes, sir.
Come on, Diaz. First thing, lock onto the shuttle and stabilize the rotation.
Okay. I will lock on. Stabilize. Oh, no. It was already stabilized. Oh, okay.
We're pulling in debris.
I'm on it.
Debris? Oh. Sir, we have a red triangle. Red triangle, sir.
Diaz, the bridge. There's a large piece of debris headed for the shuttle. The tractor beam can't handle it.
Can our shields take it?
I believe so.
Okay.
Commander Rydek, plot an intercept course.
On it.
Shield the sun. Okay.
Here we go. Maneuvering thrusters bearing 53 Mark 17, 200 meters on an intercept course.
Maneuvering.
Got it.
Whoa. Someone's working hard on the bridge.
Oh, man. We did it. Hold on to your butts. You're coming in hot. Thank you, Timmy.
We got the shuttlecraft on board.
Good job. We're on our way down to meet them.
Terra firma, so to speak.
Ambassador Spock.
Get the fuck out of here! What?
The captain will be right down to meet you, sir.
In that case, I will wait for him here.
I mean, whoever they got to voice it is really, really good, or they got Nimoy to do it before he... Did they take clips of Nimoy? Or maybe they made an AI Nimoy or something? Because goddamn, that sounds really good. Sure.
Apologies for the landing, Ambassador. I was operating the tractor beam, sir. I take responsibility.
Our arrival was the smoothest part of our journey. Your artistry with a tractor beam is commendable. We thought we were prepared for our arrival in Hotari space, but it is evident my craft was not sufficiently robust for such intense ionic activity.
The storm has been pretty intense.
There was an element that was most unusual. Before you came to our aid, our maneuvering thrusters and impulse engines were rendered inoperable.
Piotr Michael did the voice. Good job, Piotr. Fuck yeah, nice work. That is great.
So we attempted a short traversal at warp speed, only to find that we could not achieve warp at all, even though our diagnostics computer showed no faults or anomalies. What do you make of that? When all indications say that warp speed is possible, but in practice, we find it is not.
Well, this storm is one of the strangest phenomena we've ever encountered. It's disrupted other systems. Who knows what it might do to a warp drive?
Yes, it would seem further investigation is called for.
Take readings, run some additional diagnostic checks, and we'll get to the bottom of this.
Quite logical. Petty Officer...
Carter Diaz. Sir.
Thank you.
Oh, did I say...
Ambassador Spock.
You said cut E between T and R, and you got the name. Piotr? Like that? Piotr?
Excuse me.
I'm honored to have you aboard. I'd like to get right to it. We're already behind.
No, I know it's Russian or Slavic because that's the name of Colossus, right? That's his real name. A provocation to war.
Ambassador Spock, my senior staff.
Oh, they lightened up Spock's hair too.
It's not every day that
like it's like light brown. Is he using just for Vulcans?
You flatter me, Captain Solano. But legend implies the past tense, whereas I am very much focused on our present circumstances.
I didn't mean to suggest you were stuck in the past. You're right.
Oh shit.
Not the most diplomatic choice of words.
Your experience comes from the past, but our present situation calls for it.
True enough.
We were hoping you could fill us in on the details. We got the basics from Starfleet. Two formerly peaceful neighbors are now on the brink of war.
I mean, how long do Vulcans live? Is he going through like a midlife crisis? Does he have a really hot like star cruiser? Like he rolls the top down like to whistle at young Vulcans.
Illydians are the more advanced species. They made first contact with the Hotari over a century ago. This is Tau, the Hotari moon. It is rich in dilithium, and for decades, the Hotari and the Illydians have shared a mining operation there. The Illydians provide the technological resources, while the Hotari have served as the labor force. The stability of that arrangement was the source of their peace, until recently. The Hotari have suddenly and forcefully seized control of the mining operations and expelled the Illidians from their system.
I got it. He's not there yet, but he's getting ready for his Ponfar, dude. I think that's what he's doing. He's making himself look younger, look hip for his upcoming Ponfar.
That is the official story, as told by the Hotari when they requested Federation mediation. But the details remain scant. Communications between all parties have been limited by the ionic interference.
Have the Illidians retaliated against the Hotari? Or taken any action against them?
Surprisingly, they have not yet responded in kind. They were open to a Federation presence, but it is unlikely the relatively primitive Hotari forces would stand a chance against the Illidian fleet in open war. Left unchecked, this conflict will result in more bloodshed, which is what we are here to prevent.
And the dilithium trade hangs in the balance.
Clearly, the Hotari have been exploited in this relationship.
Maybe we can persuade them peace is the more profitable alternative for everyone. They both profited from the mines. And for the Hotari, something is better than nothing. Peace is our objective, after all.
That is correct.
We can call it profitable or mutually beneficial, but at the end of the day, the Hotari are still being exploited for their own resources.
True peace is not merely the absence of war. And as such, this conflict will surely come again.
Neither the Illidians or the Hotari are members of the Federation, so we can't make them do anything.
There is...
Yes, I played E.T. on the Hotari.
I should mention. In the past, the Federation has relied on the Illidians as a source of dilithium.
That certainly changes things.
The Federation sources its dilithium from a lot of places.
Yeah, and this is one of them.
We could use that as leverage with the Illidians. They'll want the Federation to continue buying from them.
There might be something to that, Commander.
Putting that on the table could make the Hotari more hostile.
Given the Federation's involvement in
we got fucking... we got the best Vulcan on our side. The only one I give a shit about.
In these negotiations.
What worries me is if this whole thing unravels, and we're at the mercy of the storm at less than full strength.
We can't let it come
Uranium.
to that.
Considering what the ion storm has done to our ship, and the Ambassador's shuttle, we have to assume the Illidian fleet has had problems with it as well. This recent surge in the energy disturbance temporarily levels the playing field.
Commander Westbrook is correct. The energy anomalies around the Hotari systems have been noted in the past. But they have never been observed on the orders of magnitude we have seen in recent weeks.
If it's keeping the two sides talking instead of shooting at each other, that actually helps us negotiate a peace.
And we'll take advantage of that as long as it works in our favor.
And when it doesn't?
All the more reason to learn as much about it as we can while we are here. We do not want to be caught unprepared, should the energy anomaly continue to fluctuate. So I trust we understand our circumstances.
We're operating on a strict timetable here, and we're going to be leaving for the negotiations shortly. Commander Westbrook, I want you to leverage our systems to investigate the anomaly from here while we're gone.
Aye, Captain.
Thank you all.
Dismissed.
I want to speak to both of you privately.
So my Ponfar's coming up. I don't know if you noticed my hair, but just wanted you both to know that you're invited. If you would like to come and celebrate my Ponfar with me in my quarters, I'll be there. You'll notice me. I'll be the one sweating and shaking.
Ambassador Spock, I'd like to make a formal introduction. My first officer, Commander Jara Rydek.
Commander, as you are aware, there are limits to what Captain Solano and I can do, in our official capacity as representatives of the
Where's something
Federation.
loose?
But someone in an unofficial capacity, your first officer, for example, would not be bound by those restrictions. Commander Ryder could ingratiate herself to certain parties behind the scenes, where they may be more candid in revealing information.
Oh shit, we're
that
doing
could
some
lead to
espionage,
a
dude.
resolution.
All right, Spock, I hear you, Spock.
Goes her own way.
I hear you.
That helps in this case. It would be unconventional, but I'm not opposed to it.
I'm honored to be included in the negotiation process.
You're not just included, you are instrumental.
Well,
Oh, Spock loves us. Oh, he loved us
What
twice.
really happened than we will through official diplomatic channels.
Why does that feel so much better than any other, like, they like that? It's when Spock does it, I just feel like, oh, you fucking nailed it. You did the right thing.
The fate of the negotiations, the interests of the Federation, and the prospect for peace may very well depend on it.
Because it's Spock, yeah. Because it's Spock, man. It's like my dad saying, yeah. It's my dad saying he's proud of me. Oh my God, you hit it on the head. That's what it is. Oh, you're right.
Mr. Diaz, I understand you have already discussed the warp drive failure with Ambassador Spock.
I have.
It is imperative that the Ambassador's shuttle be flight ready. I need you both to ascertain the root cause of the system failures he encountered.
I'm surprised, Commander. I thought you would have wanted to work on Ambassador Spock's shuttle yourself.
I respect the Ambassador and his many accomplishments, but I do not derive any satisfaction from interacting with his shuttle as if it were somehow transubstantiated through its association with him. Especially when I have the entirety of this starship to concern myself with. I am not the chief engineer of this shuttlecraft.
Commander Chovak, is there anything you do enjoy?
I take pleasure in the satisfaction of a job well done. I suggest you try it sometime. Make note of any abnormalities in your report. Carry on.
Was that a joke?
No, couldn't have been. One night.
Oh, he hates us. He hates
Chovak
us.
is the only person who didn't look at this.
Fuck that.
Treat me like I was
Fuck
something
that,
to
Vulcan.
pity. Doc says I should get used to it. Doesn't mean I want to be reminded of it every minute of the day.
I don't see anything. What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing to see here.
Good. Look, I hate saying this, but every once in a while you shouldn't listen to me. Like when I'm half concussed telling you to go first. This isn't one of those times, though. Come on. Let's get to the bottom of this.
God, something tells me I could have boned her. But, man. Boning the Trill is such a weird prospect because are you boning them or are you boning the parasite, well, the symbiote inside, or are you boning both of them? Like, who am I fucking? Who am I putting my penis in?
Ready to go?
All set. Let's run the diagnostic.
Oh, move. Move and tap. Tap it. Oh! It's the same finger taps from the VR game. It's the same exact finger taps. Tap, tap, tap. Tap.
So, I know about your talk with Miranda.
You do?
She sent me a Priority 1 dispatch right after your conversation. I'm happy for you. Both of you.
Thanks.
But I'm only going to tell you this.
You're sticking your dick in legacy.
Screw this up. Because I would be very unhappy if you tried this out and then, I don't know, 6 weeks or 6 days later, I have to start splitting holidays between the two of you. All because things went south and you're not on speaking terms. That just isn't gonna work for me. And I know you'll respect that.
Are you upset?
Not on your life, Diaz. But you need to be careful. I like my friends and I like our group. I don't want to lose that.
I made the right choice!
Nothing done.
Yeah, it's wrapping up. Let's see. The relays along the primary EPS are blown. The backup relays are all intact.
An EPS overload from the warp drive could cause that. But how did the shuttle end up dead in the water?
Huh. Well, maybe the ship's data recorder can tell us something.
She could be into a group thing, but aren't they into a group thing just by nature? Captain Bring Down, every time they have sex, they're having a threesome, right?
Here.
They were only about 8 minutes from their plotted warp point. No faults, just those warnings. What are they?
Good question. Warp field inversion.
Warp field became inverted suddenly.
I've seen this happen when the center warp coil cracks.
A cracked warp coil throws a fault code.
Still, we should take a look.
Yeah, it'd be a weird, like, relationship with a trail. It's like, I'm into you. They are not. I happen to like you a lot, but they've been hurt before, and they don't want to be hurt again.
There was a complete warp cascade failure.
Wow. They're lucky the shuttle didn't turn inside out.
Makes me think the computer panicked on the warp field equation. Subspace variance out of tolerance. What does that mean?
It means the main navigation array lost sight of space somehow.
Will the array going offline cause that?
Yes, but it should have also thrown a fault code. Any one of these failures should have thrown a fault.
If it was caused by a system failure.
None of this caused the relays to blow. Roll forward to when that happened.
Yes, ma'am.
So here, they take a moment to get their bearings and they attempt to re-engage the warp drive.
There. That's the relays blowing.
And look, there's another warp system alert.
They're all the same. Subspace variance out of tolerance, or warp inversions. Finally, there's a complete warp cascade failure.
Then it's one of two things. Either a warp coil is cracked, or the navigation array is offline.
That makes sense.
Divide and conquer. You want to check the warp coils or the navigation array? I'll check the other. Let's not overcomplicate this. One of these systems is likely broken.
Oh yeah, you know, I didn't even think about that. Like, not all human-sized trills are joined. I totally forgot that. They kind of like, they work their way up to being joined, but they don't all get joined. Totally forgot about that. So they're not automatically, like when you see a leopard-spotted trill, they don't automatically have the symbiote in them. Yeah, that didn't even I didn't even twig upon that.
I'll check the nacelles for a cracked coil.
Yeah, I know. I remember that storyline about how much of an honor it is to be chosen by a symbiote to be a host. And you gotta not be swipe lefted on in the symbiote Tinder. Okay. Okay, recognizing the data. X to equip your tricorder. Right trigger to start. Oh, to scan glowing objects. Okay. Oops. No, I don't want to. Yep. Resume. There you go. Pull it out. Oh, is that just the lens flare? That's just the lens flare. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, scan her. Everybody's looking for something. I hate it. Oh. There we go. Some objects will, you scan will activate a deep scan. During a deep scan, use left bumper, right bumper to switch between different scan modes and search for glowing objects. The mode indicators on the tricorder will blink if there's an object in that mode. When you have scanned all objects in the frame, oh, we'll change color. Okay. Hold left trigger to analyze the data, finish scan. Okay. Okay.
I checked every coil on the port nacelle for imbalances. If any coil in either engine were cracked, I would have detected it. So, it must be the navigation array.
Except it's not. Checked and double-checked.
Oh, I didn't double-check mine, though.
Here comes the security detail for the way team.
Hey.
I'm not here.
Let's go in the negotiating team to the
That was
surface
good.
as soon as they come down from the bridge. I don't want to interrupt some important work. I was just hoping to see you before I go. The captain and the others will be here any minute now.
All right. I got to take a break because I got to pee. So give me a quick second. I'm going to go pee real quick and then we'll come back. Okay.